right, guys, good morning. It's Meatless Monday. Good morning. It is Monday, November 4th. And if you are new to me, my name is Dr. Diane Thompson, triple board certified in physical medicine and rehabilitation, brain injury medicine, and lifestyle medicine. I want to welcome you to the Lifestyle Medicine RX. We're going to finish this year strong challenge. And this challenge is not just for you, it's for me too. But it's so important because a lot of people make this mistake. They decide that January 1st is when they're going to turn their health and lives around. And we've actually shown that 97% of people fail. They do. This is actually the time to start. What happens if you think about it, right? The holidays are coming up, people are shopping, they're stressed out, they're gaining weight, they're eating badly. And so, hey there, Uncle Ian, hey. This is a time of year where you actually start to get healthy. You don't wait until January 1st because, as I said, 97% of people tend to fail. So we have this challenge that's starting now, and it is a long challenge because it goes to the end of the year. But it's a gentle challenge because you're going to go your own pace. I'm going to set only 4 major rules, 4 major areas, and you select and work. It's an individualized thing, but I want you to be the healthiest. I've often said, if I could give you a pill that would make you healthy and happy and healed, it would be in the form of lifestyle medicine, right? But if I could give you that pill, I would be so wealthy. But people, I'm giving it every day and people don't necessarily follow it. So I'm hoping you'll follow through. So here are the 4 areas, and I'm going to be quick on this. Nutrition is number 1. So in this challenge, all I ask you to do is to focus your foods around plants. I know that people are in different levels of this journey. We have someone like Nicole who's been vegan for many, many years. We have someone like Sharon who's vegetarian, so she still eats some fish. There are people who eat meat still every single day. So you're on different stages of this challenge. What I want you to know is the truth of the matter is plants are the healthiest things you can eat. But we all struggle because we all grew up eating a lot of animal products, and that's okay. Understand that plants are the healthiest things you can eat. If you are dealing with heart disease, obesity, diabetes, if you're dealing with arthritis or other inflammatory diseases, any of these things, plants is actually your solution, right? So the challenge is to center your food around plants. And the way you do this is every meal, you're going to try to add some kind of plants. So for example, breakfast, if you have hot cereal like oatmeal, throw some blueberries on it. I shared with you before that if you are afraid of dementia, as most of us are afraid of, berries are very important for the brain's health. So whenever I'm having hot cereal, I throw some blueberries on it. I always put ground flaxseed, and you must grind it or it's useless. And I throw some chia seeds on there. So that's what you do. You throw these healthy stuff on your cereal, the plants, so that you get the nutrients and the fiber that you need. And also you'll feel full, so you're not snacking and having these cravings. You get to lunch, and what you could do is you can throw in a salad, right? Whatever else you want to eat, you want to throw in a salad. Hi, Raymond. Welcome, welcome. Throw in a salad. And the way you do it, by the way, to make it easier is you prep. You have to be intentional about this, right? To be unhealthy is easy because unhealthy foods are around you. They're very easy. They're cheap. It's so easy to be unhealthy. You have to be intentional to be healthy. So prep your food the day before. So prep some salad. That's what I'll do. I'll make salad like enough for 2 meals. I'll package it out, and I'll grab one and take with me for lunch. It doesn't mean that's all I'll have for lunch, but I'll also have some salad. Hey there, Heather. So same thing with sauteed vegetables. You saute it, you package it out, you're going to work, you grab a packet. So even if you have a sandwich for lunch, you also have that salad or you have that vegetable, right? So rule number 1 is to focus your meals around plants. So every time you sit to eat, there should be some kind of plant in front of you. Rule number 2 is you're going to exercise. So It is hard. And most people say it's very difficult to exercise because they don't have time, and it's true. So the way you do this is, you put a pedometer on, or your some kind of tracker, step tracker, and your goal is at least 10,000 steps a day or 30 minutes of active exercise. Now, I'm in the Northeast. Right now it's 48 degrees outside. I love going to the park for exercise because it takes care of two things for me. It takes care of my exercise and also my self-care. But when it's cold, I'm an island girl, I'm from Jamaica, I don't like the cold. So when it's cold, I don't go out. I can go to the gym in my building. If you don't have that, you can work out YouTube videos in your living room. If you have Prime, Amazon Prime, have some wonderful videos you can work out with. And then this is something I did years ago, one of the best investments ever. It is my hula hoop. I got my hula hoop more than a year ago. And what I found was that I can hula hoop in my living room when I can't go outside. And I'm going to do that now, actually, when we're done. I hula hoop for 30 minutes. And if you didn't know this, hula hooping for 1 minute is about, you burn 7 calories, right? And it's very good at toning the midsection. For those of you who don't like to do sit-ups and you're worried about the midsection or the back fat, hula hoop is a great thing. And you can hula hoop for 30 minutes and it burns as much calories as if you were on a treadmill for 30 minutes. And it's a lot of fun. So hula hooping is a great way. And I'm going to do that. So again, at least 30 minutes of focus exercise. If not, then you do 10,000 steps a day. You have to track those steps. The third thing is self-care. Self-care is so important for your health. You have to nourish yourself. You have to nourish yourself so you can be your best self. And whatever self-care looks like for you, it could be meditating. That's self-care for me. Journaling, big for me, right? Praying is big. A lot of people, that's what you do every day to really restore you and sustain you. That's your self-care. And it could be physical things like I sometimes do, like getting a massage or a foot massage or reflexology or whatever. So define for yourself what self-care is so that you can say, okay, each day I've in some way attended to my self-care. The fourth part is relationship. People didn't realize this, but loneliness, they've studied this. Loneliness can actually increase your risk of what we call mortality and morbidity. So illness and death. So loneliness is much more important than we realize for our health. And in all the societies that they've studied where they live very long, healthy lives, they found that they have great relationships. So we're going to nurture those relationships. That we're going to make sure those things are important. And it could be forgiveness. It could be volunteering. It could be checking in and chatting with your best friend. Whatever that is for you, define it, right? Other things that can, by the way, negate your health that I'm not addressing in this challenge include bad habits such as smoking, heavy drinking, and drugs. If those are an issue for you, I highly recommend you reach out to your primary care doctor and get some help. You can even reach out to me and I can share some resources, but you really should reach out to your primary care doctor and get some help because those things can decrease the quality and quantity of your life and they can negate all the other stuff you're trying to do. So make sure if you're having issues with those things, get some help, all right? Get some help. So again, the other thing you can do, by the way, is pair things together. You see how I said to you, I will hula hooping in my living room. I'll have my headset on and I'll listen to positive affirmations so that I'm doing both exercise and I'm doing self-care at the same time, right? Sometimes when I go walking in the park, why do I do that? First of all, I love walking, but it's like a meditation for me when I'm walking among nature. And I didn't know this until the studies came out, but they actually showed that your brain wave changes when you're in nature. It's a positive thing for your health. So I see walking in the park for me as both physical activity, both exercise, and also what I call self-care. So just to summarize, we are going to do this to the end of the year. We're going to be working on our health, doing our best to be the healthiest and the best we can leading into the end of the year. Don't wait for January to do this. 97% of people who try to make New Year's resolution, they usually fail. You can't be doing bad all year and boom, one day you turn it around. So that's why we're going to work towards this all the way to the end of the year in the 4 categories. And this is simple. Nutrition, center your food around plants. Number 2, exercise, either 10,000 steps or 30 minutes of active exercise every day. Number 3, self-care. So figure out what that is for you. Most likely for me, it's going to be meditation. It's going to be journaling because those are things I love doing. Figure out what it is. It may be praying and you do that every day anyway. So that would be great. You would have checked that off easily. Relationship, nurturing those relationships and forgiveness. So those are the 4 areas. And here's what I'm going to ask you to do. So first I'm going to put it out. I've told you about it. I'm going to share it in the group. And I'm going to encourage you to come back in at the end of the day and share what you were able to do. I will tell you something. So I practice lifestyle medicine. I do this more of a labor of love. To be honest with you, I have a regular job. I infuse lifestyle medicine in my job. For example, this month, the nurses on my unit and the therapist, we are doing a step challenge. Good morning, Sharon. It's always great to see you. We're doing a step challenge. Why am I doing that? I've seen the nurses, I've seen the therapists, I've seen the techs. People are overweight, they're overstressed, they're not eating the healthiest. I see it around me. And so you can't give of yourself, you can't give the best of yourself if you're not taking care of yourself. So we're doing a step challenge, and next month we're doing a whole food plant-based challenge. I'm taking health with me everywhere because I realize the importance of it. And like I've said to you, I don't get it right all the time. I don't. But you have to be intentional. And the times when I don't get it right, I recognize it and I try to do better next time, right? So, but you can only do that if you're intentional, right? So we're going to do this challenge here. I've always said, you know, this lifestyle medicine is one of the most important things. Most doctors don't do this. Now, I did a lecture the other day at Cornell talking to therapists and doctors about lifestyle medicine, and they had a lot of questions. Most of them don't do it because it takes time. Patients have to be involved. If, you know, it's different to walk in, you have high blood pressure, I hand you a prescription, you go get some pills, goodbye, I'll see you in 3 months. That's a much easier thing for doctors and even for patients than lifestyle medicine. Because with lifestyle medicine, you, the patient, you, the person, you are a driver in your healthcare. You are going to have to make sure you're eating those vegetables at every meal. You are going to have to make sure that you're doing the exercises work. But it's also so important, right? So doctors were asking me, how do I do this? And in fact, something I should let you know, in another group, I am working with physicians and coaches and so forth, and I'm actually teaching them how, because I'm becoming certified as a lifestyle medicine executive, where I teach organizations and doctors and therapists and health coaches how to implement lifestyle medicine, because people want to do this, they want to do it for their patients, they don't know how. So in this group, we do it for free. You have the guidance here, you have the support here. Please take advantage of it. It's so important. So the 4 challenges to the end of the year: nutrition, you're focusing your meals around plants; exercise, 30 minutes of exercise every single day, or 10,000 steps a day. You got to be intentional. You may not get it every single day, but if you don't work at it, you'll never get it. Self-care, figure out what nourishes you and focus on that, and relationship. And as I said, you're going to come at the end of the day and share what you were able to do. What were your misses? How did you get help? What you need help with? Come back and share it. That's how you're going to improve. And watch out in this space, because I have some interviews coming for you. I have some docs and some interesting people you're going to want to hear from who are going to help you through this process, because we're all going to get healthy together, and we're going to finish this year strong. I'm very serious. Invite other people into the group, because it is a movement, and I really want us to get healthy together. So Heather's asking me if I'm using a weighted hula hoop. So that's a good question. So I actually, Heather, I don't know. Here's the thing. So I ordered the hula hoop. I've used hula hoop as a child. I grew up in Jamaica. Most of us, we grew up in the Caribbean. We used hula hoop, and those hula hoops were very light. This one is heavier than I'm used to, and I don't remember. I probably now have to look back. It's been a year or more that I ordered it. I'm probably going to look back and see what I ordered, if it was weighted. I don't think I even knew the difference back then, to be honest. I think what I ordered it based on the reviews, and a lot of people liked it and I ordered it. But what I know is that it's heavier. This is what it looks like. Let me see. This is it. It's heavier than the one I used as a child in Jamaica. So I'm tempted to say it's weighted. I just don't know for sure. So I'm gonna look back at the order. I ordered it from Amazon, so I can look back and I'll see if it says weighted. I was actually doing some reading about that, by the way, Heather. And there are people who will order hula hoops with water in it, there's some who will get it where it's weighted. And then there's some concerns that it may, depending on where it's hitting on your body. I was reading reviews where people said sometimes the weight is a problem. I think the movement is more important than the weight, by the way, Heather. It's the movement of going back and forth is much more important than the weight. So Heather said it's weighted. Okay, it's probably weighted. Sharon said, I weighed this morning. I'm now 110 pounds. I don't want to lose any more weight, and I'm not even trying. Can I do weight training, but I will still walk? Can I do? So, Sharon, I'm not sure I understand the end of your stuff, but here's the thing. If you don't want to lose any more weight, what you can focus on is weight training. Weight training, so I might have to get Nicole in here. Actually going to reach out to Nicole about doing an interview. I did an interview with Nicole years ago on my radio show. I'll share it again, but I'm going to reach out to Nicole because Nicole, you guys know Nicole in this group, she does weight training. And at one point I'd reach out to Nicole to do some online weight training. I'm going to chat with her. But Sharon, just so you know, you don't have to lose more weight. You, by the way, if you've gotten to the weight you want to be, cutting back on your cardio is what you should do. So you can do some walking, but I wouldn't do very long walks. But what you could do is start doing weight training. That's how you will build up that weight. So we can chat about that. That's really good. And by the way, it's a good problem to have. I think 90% of America would love to switch places with you where they don't want to lose any more weight. But I think if you focus on weight training, and as we get older, that's really important, because we lose weight, we lose muscles, as we get older. And so by doing weight training, you build that muscles, and that muscle is heavier. So I would encourage you, Sharon, to focus more on weight training to build up yourself a little bit more. And that's great. We'll have, as I said, I'm going to have a lot of people over talking, because as a group, we're going to work towards being our best health. I encourage you guys, by the way, to take before and after pictures, take before and after measurements, share the goal that you're focusing on, and let's keep you accountable. All right. And I'm going to be having people coming in as interviews in this group to share health information and wellness information and lifestyle medicine information with you, because I really believe that as a group, we're going to get stronger and healthier and fitter. All right, I'm going to sign off now because I'm going to do my 30 minutes of hula hoop, and I'm actually going to do some weights a little bit later today. And again, just remember the four things, nutrition, focus your meals around plants. So your goal should be plants at every single meal. Number 2 is the exercise, so at least 10,000 steps, 30 minutes, or 30 minutes of exercise each day. So someone like you, Sharon, I would say you don't want to do the 10,000 steps per se, because you're not trying to burn calories, but focus more of your exercise on weights. So we'll bring in Nicole so we can chat about that, because that's going to be important. Self-care is going to be important, and focusing on relationship. And more to come. I'm going to be popping in very frequently, as I'm also on the same challenge, and I'll let you know each day how I fare, and I hope you'll do the same. Have a great day, guys. Take good care. You're welcome, Sharon. Take care.